Welcome back to First Moveable Guitar Chords. This book focuses on 8 movable chord shapes. We're on page 14 and we're mixing up our major and minor chord shapes with 2 Christmas carols, God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen and Bring a Torch, Jeannette Isabella. You can watch all these videos for free, but it's going to be a lot easier to learn if you have your own copy of First Moveable Guitar Chords that you can read from and write in, plus you can help support a music teacher. So I'll leave a link in the description. Top of page 14, we have God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen. There are no string numbers by these chords, so we need to figure out where we want to play them, and we'll go through the usual process of finding our root notes, figuring out what chords go with those root notes, and then playing the song. Before we go through these chords, I do want to point out in that, in that first line, there is a first ending, so that repeat takes you back to the beginning. Second time through, we skip the first ending and jump to the second ending. We have an F minor at the beginning, and we have 2 good options. Let's first try the F minor with the root on the 6th string, 1st fret, where that low F is. If you're playing it there, of course, it's on the 6th string, so you'd be using your 6th string minor shape. From there, we want to find the closest D flat major. That's going to be at the 4th fret on the 5th string. And that's on the 5th string, so that's going to be our 5th string major shape. And then there's a C very close to that D flat. It's just 1 fret over on the 3rd fret. And that's also a major chord, so that would be the same shape. Our other option would be to play the F minor on the 5th string at the 8th fret. And because that's on the 5th string, that would be the 5th string minor shape. And from there, we have a very close D flat on the 6th string at the 9th fret. Now that is on the 6th string, so that's going to be our 6th string major shape. And then the C right after that is just 1 fret lower, using the same shape. So cycle through those chords, figure out which way you like. F minor down here, and then D flat and C, or F minor up here at the 8th fret, and then your D flat and C on the 6th string. There's no right or wrong as far as which way you want to play these chords. It's about learning the fretboard, trying different options, and then working on economy of motion, trying to play those chords all close to each other on the fretboard. After we've taken the repeat and then skipped over the first ending, we are on the second ending at the beginning of line 2. That is a C major, so it's going to be however you play your C major in the first ending. I'm going to go back down here on the 5th string at the 3rd fret. Next we have a B flat minor. There's a pretty close B flat minor at the 1st fret. However, the next chord is an E flat major, and that's going to zip you up all the way up to the 6th fret. So I would recommend playing this B flat minor on the 6th string at the 6th fret. And that'll be with that 6th string minor shape. And I already mentioned that the E flat is on the 5th string 6th fret. That'll be that 5th string major shape. And then we have an A flat major. The closest one to that E flat is on the 4th fret, 6th string, and that'll be with the 6th string major shape. And then we have a C major again. There's a very close C major on the 3rd fret, 5th string. That'll be with the 5th string major shape. Now you could also take that A flat, move it up to the C on the 8th fret. That's a bigger jump, but the good news is you don't have to change chord forms. Those are both major chords. So you just take that shape and move it up. And that's the way I'm going to do it in the playthrough. But you can play it down at the 3rd fret if you like. Again, there's not really a right or wrong. It's whatever works for you. So I'm going to move up to that C major. Same way we played the C major before on the 8th fret, 6th string, 6th string major shape. And there we have a very close F minor as we played before on the 8th fret, 5th string, so 5th string minor shape. And then back to that same E flat that we played toward the beginning of this line at the 6th fret, 5th string, so our 5th string major shape. The last 2 lines we have all the same chords, just in a little different order, so you can use the same choices you used in lines 1 and 2. Once you figured out where you want to play all those chords, go ahead and cycle through some of these chords. You don't have to do the whole song like this. I already cycled through line 1, so let's take a look at line 2, starting on the B flat minor. This is a nice little sequence. So B flat minor, E flat, A flat major, C major, F minor, E flat, and then maybe move to the A flat on the next line. Just do that a few times. B flat, E flat, A flat, C, F minor, E flat, and then the A flat on the next line. Once you're comfortable cycling through those chords, go ahead and play the song. Play at a nice, slow pace. It's more important to be slow and steady than fast and erratic. And your speed will improve over time, but right now it's all about finding these chords. 1, 2, 1, 2. At the bottom of page 14, we have Bring a Torch, Jeannette Isabella, and we're going to go through that same process. Find our root notes, find out what chords go with those root notes, and then play the song. We begin with E flat major, and there are a couple places where you could play this E flat major. We have our 5th string at the 6th fret, or we have our 6th string at the 11th fret. So yeah, I'm going to go for the middle of the fretboard, play it on the 5th string. That'll be with our 5th string major shape, right there at the 6th fret. And then we want to find a close C minor. There are actually 2 good choices here. There's a C minor on the same string down at the 3rd fret. That'll be with the 5th string minor shape. There's also a C minor pretty close at the 8th fret on the 6th string, and that would be with the 6th string minor shape. In my playthrough, I'm going to do the 3rd fret on the 5th string, but you could play the 8th fret if you like. Anyway, after that we have a B flat major, and whether you're playing the C minor over here or over here at the 8th fret, you're going to want to play this B flat on the 6th string 6th fret. That is a 6th string root, so that's going to be the 6th string shape. And then back to the same E flat you played before. And then we have a C minor. You can play it however you like, one of our 2 choices, and we have a B flat and an E flat in line 2. Line 2 is mostly playing E flat major over and over and over again, so let's jump to line 3. Line 3 begins with C minor. If you're playing your C minor at the 3rd fret 5th string, like we talked about before, then you're going to want to play that G minor in the next measure at the 3rd fret as well on the 6th string, because that's the closest one. Now if you're playing your C minor at the 8th fret on the 6th string, then you may want to play the G minor in measure 2 of this line at the 10th fret with the 5th string minor shape. And in the playthrough, I'm going to be playing down here at the 3rd fret for C minor and G minor. And then we move to B flat major. And from here on out, it's all the same choices. It's all the same chords, so it's mostly deciding where you want to play those C minor chords, at the 3rd fret 5th string or at the 8th fret on the 6th string. Once you've figured out where you want to play those chords, go ahead and cycle through them. Probably line 3 is a good line to cycle through just because it covers all the chords, even though you're kind of starting in the middle of the song. So there's a C minor, G minor, B flat, E flat, C minor, B flat, and E flat. Once you're comfortable cycling through those chords, go ahead and play through the song. And as I always say when we do these playthroughs, play at a nice slow speed. The goal here is not speed. The goal is finding these chords, and the speed will come later. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Your assignment is to practice the songs on page 14 and continue memorizing those notes on the 5th and 6th strings so they become automatic. And for that, you can look at the exercises on page 6 and 10. And don't forget to order your own copy of First Moveable Guitar Chords. I'll leave a link in the description. Take your time with this, and then when you're ready, I'll see you on page 15. We're going to look at movable dominant 7 chords, also just known as 7th chords.